Let's make a super simple but super impressive brunch recipe. Gonna start off with a dill sour cream. Super easy, we're just finely chopping some dill using back and forth motions with the knife. And then we're gonna zest a clementine and a lemon. The clementine is optional, but I think it works really well with all the other ingredients. Then in a large bowl, I'm adding a pot of sour cream, some salt, lots of cracked black pepper, the dill and the zest, and whisking it until it thickens. It really doesn't take long, it's pretty thick already, just giving it a little whisk. And then once you start to see that it comes apart at the base of your bowl and it doesn't fill the gaps that is created, then it's thick enough, you're done. Then for the rosti, so you could just make potato rosti here and just use potato, but I think it's a lot more flavoursome and beautiful to use a variety of root veg. So I'm using beetroot, sweet potato and then a bit of red onion because they all complement each other really well. And all that's left to do is to grate all of them on the medium side of a box grater. This does take a while, but it'll be worth it, and that's the hardest bit of the recipe really. You can see someone there getting pretty curious with all my grating and wanting to get involved. Once you've grated it all, then just sprinkle in the cornstarch and mix that in. The idea is not to drain all the water out like you traditionally see in a lot of rosti recipes. This is more based off a Lithuanian potato pancake where you leave the starchy water that's released from the potato in there. I've added some cornstarch because of the other vegetables I'm using, which are lower in starch, and all of that is going to help bind the ingredients together. So as it cooks, the starch will gelatinize and it will create a sort of glue that brings everything together, and all the vegetables soften nicely and crisp up beautifully on the outside. So now we're ready to cook them. I'm adding a bit of butter and oil in a pan, letting it melt and get hot, then spooning in the mixture, flattening it down, get it nice and thin, about 1 centimeter. Then sprinkle the salt only at this moment. Then they're going to cook for about 3 minutes on each side until you get them nice and crispy. If they fall apart, you can just mash them down together. It will glue back up together again, and just flip them until you're happy with nice browning on both sides. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes on both sides usually, depending on how hot your pan is. And there you have it, some beautiful potato pancakes filled with flavour and colour. Just need to spoon on that dill sour cream, a bit of smoked salmon, a bit more dill just to garnish, and a lemon wedge, and we're good to go. Crispy exterior, soft interior, lots of lovely flavour coming from the sweet potato, the onion and the beetroot to complement our dill and our smoked salmon. Hope you enjoy. Feel free to leave any comments if you've got some questions.